Howdy, my name is Cloudy. Welcome back to the channel. Alright, today we got a video from the Cosmic Wonder. We got a new MJ and Peter scene revealed from Spider-Man Brand New Day. Also, Sadie Sink's character is revealed.
What is going on, everybody? Welcome to the Cosmic Wonder. More news about Spider-Man Brand New Day today, as we have our first scene with Tom Holland's Peter Parker.
Bro, I'm loving how they promote this.
And the setting for this scene is quite interesting. And I've seen a lot of people confused already online about this, but I actually think it's pretty simple what we're seeing here. On top,
this is the end scene. What do y'all think? Well, nah. This could be right after he just fought the Punisher and the Hulk and them or whatever, right? He probably came here for probably to see his Aunt May, you know? And maybe, why would she be here? If she wouldn't remember, well, maybe she remember who, but if she remember who his aunt, bro, why would she be here? This could be the end scene where she finds out, or she starts to remember, or she just ends up falling in love with him again anyway. And I think Sadie Sink is going to be Mayday Parker.
With that, we also reportedly have an answer to a question that many fans, including myself, have been asking. And that is, who the heck is Sadie Sink playing in Spider-Man Brand New Day? We have heard just about every report that there is at this point. But considering where they're going with the story in Spider-Man Brand New Day, I think this one makes the most sense. We also do have a new report that tells us Marvel Studios really fought Sony about what the story should be for Spider-Man Brand New Day. Sony really wanted to go.
Sony, when it comes, bro, this is the problem, bro. Sony, y'all need to just stay out of it, bro. Let Marvel do what they do with Spider-Man, bro. I honestly think a lot of the Spider-Man movies that people didn't like was because of Sony. Because now after what bro just said, y'all know now Sony has a lot of pull with Spider-Man, bro. They gotta say what they say matters in what happens with Spider-Man. You know what I mean? So, bro, I honestly think Sony should just give the rights back to Marvel. I'm pretty sure, didn't Spider-Man, wasn't he with Marvel first and then he ended up getting bought by, I forgot how it was, but I'm pretty sure, bro, Spider-Man need to come to Marvel, bro. Sony need to let him go. Or they need to do a deal to where they can still make a little bread, but Marvel got the most say-so on what happens with Spider-Man, bro. Because I feel like they ruining everything. Did y'all hear they told Marvel they can't touch Miles Morales Spider-Man, bro? Why? What are y'all gonna do with him? Are y'all bringing him live action, bro? When are y'all gonna do that? Because it's about time. I feel like if Marvel had the rights to Spider-Man, like fully, Miles Morales will already be casted in the MCU. We probably would have had Miles Morales in this movie. Like, I really feel like Sony is just messing things up, bro. It's pissing me off, bro.
Pretty big with this movie. They wanted it to be bigger than Spider-Man No Way Home, but that movie was already incredibly huge. I think the only way to make a just as good movie or better movie is to do something different and not perhaps bigger, but we'll get into these new reports in this video. As you can see here, we have new set photos for Spider-Man Brand New Day that show both Tom Holland and Zendaya on set. Now, these aren't necessarily leaked photos because this is an open set. Sony knows that people are going to take pictures, and I actually think that this is a part of their marketing plan. I think Sony and Marvel are actually planning for the amount of
pictures and stuff that I've been seeing, bro. This picture right here is aura, bro. No cap, bro. Tom Holland, bro, you gotta make this, bro. You gotta make this your IG profile pic, bro, because you are Spider-Man, so you got the right to do it. This right here is so fun, bro. Marvel know what they doing now, bro. They didn't figure it out. You know what I'm saying? I feel like Marvel finally figured it out for themselves, how they can really be, how they can really get in the game and hoop. You know what I mean? They figured it out, bro. They know how to get the marketing thing to go. Because what they doing with Spider-Man, bro, by letting all these people take pictures, put them out, bro, it's working, bro. People are excited for this movie, bro. People are excited for this movie. I'm excited, bro. Every time I see all these flicks, bro, it be making me want to, bro, I got a Spider-Man suit in my closet, bro. Don't make me pull that, bro. I ain't gonna do it to y'all.
Photos and videos of the set to be a part of their marketing.
Brandon Coley
campaign. That's exactly why they gave us that teaser and showed us the suit before the filming began. When it comes to the secretive stuff, they'll go inside studios so nobody can take pictures or videos. But in this scene we have right here with Tom Holland and Zendaya, they are seemingly at a cemetery where we can see the headstone of Aunt May where she is buried. Now right away I've seen a lot of people say, well, does MJ already remember
That's what I'm saying.
Peter
is this the end?
Because it looks like they know each other in this scene. But I would argue against that because this scene actually mirrors kind of the ending of Spider-Man No Way Home. Peter goes to visit Aunt May's grave, which should be the exact same place that we're seeing in these set photos right here, because the headstone is the same. May Parker. When you help someone, you help everyone. Peter is standing there, he puts a flower on the headstone, and then Happy comes up. And for a second, Peter actually wonders if Happy remembers who he is, but we go on to find out that he doesn't. He's just there to pay his respect to May, to visit her. So we know that Happy...
Okay, so that means Zendaya know who May is. But if she know May, how is she not... Bro, that's weird, bro. They gonna have to... Because, okay, if Happy knows who May is, it's because he knows who Peter Parker... That's the only... Bro, he only knows who May is because he met Peter Parker. So if he remembers May and he don't remember Peter Parker... So is it like May never had a child, but she just knew everybody? Like they just erased Peter Parker from their memory in general? Because we do know she MJ, she fell in love with Peter, but if they, bro, this is crazy, bro. This is fucking me up, dog.
Doesn't remember who he is, but he still remembers all of his connections to Spider-Man and still remembers everybody involved with Peter. So he doesn't just forget about May because he forgot about Peter. The same thing is true for Zendaya's MJ. So this new scene that we're getting with MJ and Peter, I actually think is mirroring this scene from No Way Home. But instead of it being an ending scene, I actually think that this scene is probably going to happen in the very beginning of Spider-Man No Way Home. And I think both the conversation that he has with MJ and what it says on May's headstone are going to cause Peter to really become that friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. When you help someone, you help everyone. I think that's really going to resonate with Peter, especially after talking with MJ about this. I think the scene is going to be pretty similar. I think MJ doesn't know who he is, but they're going to talk to each other about how they both
she just forgot
Spider-Man
everything
will
that
probably
happened.
be mentioned as well. And I think MJ might actually give a pretty good speech about what Spider-Man stood for, and this is going to kick Spider-Man or Peter into high gear into becoming a friendly neighborhood Spider-Man that can help people like Aunt May did. It will also be pretty emotional, as you can imagine. That scene with Happy and Peter is actually an incredible...
Bro, it's gonna be so... They can have so much... They can have so much fun with the lines and everything like that, because the fact that Peter knows everybody but nobody remember him, and he's gonna be interacting with a lot of these people, and he ain't gonna be able to tell them, like, you know, like, damn, like, they don't remember nothing we went through together. And like, bro, Peter Parker is really gonna be alone in this movie, bro.
Emotional scene.
He got all these memories.
If you go back and watch it, it's really good. Happy says, I lost a good friend a while back, speaking about Tony Stark, and it felt like this. It hurts because they're gone, and then it hurts all over again because you remember what they stood for, and you wonder, is all of that gone too? But Peter responds, no, it's not gone. Everyone that she helped, he'll keep it going, referring to Spider-Man. So I do think this scene connects us directly to an opening scene with Tom and Zendaya, Peter and MJ, to have a pretty similar conversation to get Spider-Man Brand New Day started. But you can let me know your thoughts about this in the comments. Now, like I mentioned, we have a new report about who Sadie Sink. This is coming from Christian Harloff. He mentioned this a couple of days ago on his live show. He had John Roca on the show and he asked him if he knew who Sadie Sink was playing in Spider-Man Brand New Day. John Roca said that he heard it's Mayday Parker, but then Christian Harloff said this. I want it to be Mayday
mine and my
Parker,
husband's favorite.
I've heard a pretty close to guarantee.
I want it to be Mayday Parker, bro, so bad, because I want to see a born Spider-Man. Like, you know, I want to see somebody who was born with the powers of Spider-Man. I want to see how dope it would be, like how much different she would be, how much stronger. You know what I mean? Like, I want to see it, bro. I really do, bro. So I hope that's what happens. I really do.
She is playing.
And I wonder if she's going to be posting her on Instagram.
After he reiterated, I've heard a pretty good guarantee that she's Gwen Stacy. And here's the thing about Christian.
I don't think
Christian's a buddy of mine. I've known him for a bit. I followed him for a bit.
Y'all heard that
He's not
other
really
girl
in
from
the scoop
Wednesday?
game. He's not really the one to want to release a bunch of scoops. So when he hears something like this that he considers almost a guarantee, it probably means something. I'm not saying that it is officially confirmed that Sadie Sink is playing Gwen Stacy, but I will say Christian probably wouldn't be reporting it if he didn't think that it was actually true, and this does make sense, especially if you consider Marvel and Sony's change of plans for what Spider-Man 4 or Brand New Day is actually about. I did a video about this a couple of days ago if you want to check that out, but Alex Perez from the Cosmic Circus recently spoke out about this as well, and he stated on X, when I mentioned Null being the villain for Spider-Man 4, this was part of Sony's push to involve their symbiote storyline and connect it to Venom: The Last Dance. For a while, it was. They even teased it in a press release.
And we saw Null, bro.
Marvel wanted a different direction, the one that we have now. And they did actually tease that in a press release. I do remember that. I believe it was actually from Sony Japan at first where they mentioned it, and they took it down really quickly after that. But regardless, we have a new direction now for Spider-Man Brand New Day. However, since the movie was originally going to be so different and it was going to be a pretty big multiversal film, Sadie Sink might have originally been cast for a multiversal role. Perhaps it was Mayday Parker in the beginning, but changing the story.
If it's multiversal, her playing Gwen Stacy will still be well, nah, because he haven't met a Gwen in Tom Holland's Peter Parker haven't met a Gwen yet. So she doesn't have to be multiple. It could just be like she was always there. It's just you never knew she was there, maybe. You know? But if she's a multiversal, if she got a role that's multiversal, damn, I would think she's playing Mayday Parker. And it's also a way they could bring in Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man as well. And bro, they can lead this up to a pure Spider-Man type of movie to where they fight a villain of their, to where they can lead this, bro. This movie can be a branch off to the next Spider-Man movie to where all the Spider-Man, Tom Holland Spider-Man, Andrew Garfield Spider-Man, Tobey Maguire Spider-Man, Sadie Sink Spider-Woman, they all fight, and probably a couple others like Miles Morales, you know what I'm saying? They all fight the King symbiote. I think that would be fire, bro. I think the symbiote should really be a pure Spider-Man movie's villain. Not gonna lie, bro. I think it would be beautiful. What y'all think? Would have
changed her character. And now considering the story that we have, Spider-Gwen would make sense. After all, MJ is no longer in Peter Parker's life, at least not a lot. She's not a prominent figure in his life anymore. Don't get me wrong, he's always going to love her, and I believe he's probably going to go back to her eventually. She'll remember who he is. But also remember that in the comics, Peter has two major love interests throughout time, MJ and Gwen Stacy. There are some amazing stories involving Gwen and Peter. And since MJ doesn't know who Peter is right now, it does make sense to bring Gwen in. Plus, Spider-Gwen has been made super popular thanks to Into the Spider-Verse. The same thing goes for Miles Morales.
That's what I'm saying,
and
bro.
I think that both Spider-Gwen and Miles Morales are probably the future of the Spider-Man franchise post Tom Holland. So setting them up before his end makes a lot of sense. Now, don't get me wrong, I believe we have a lot of
Tom Holland Spider-Man so that's left. The plan is going to be. They plan on leading the rest. Okay. I like it. If that's what they plan on doing, bro, with Miles Morales, I'm cool with that. Because that's probably why we got Miles Morales' mom casted in the movie. Because, the lady that's supposed to be playing, that's Miles Morales' mom, bro. So they setting it up, bro. They setting it up. After Tom Holland, I guess contract is over, maybe, is when they're going to bring in Miles Morales.
What we know is true, he still has 2 more solo Spider-Man movies after Avengers Secret Wars coming. But he did talk about renegotiating some contracts recently, so we'll have to wait and see on that. But again, this movie is going to now be pretty grounded for the most part. And if MJ is off to MIT and Peter is going to a local college, well, perhaps that's where he can meet Gwen Stacy and a relationship can be formed. And maybe even a superhero relationship can be formed. And this would actually continue the casting of women who are known for their red hair for Gwen Stacy.
Bro, these girls is bomb, bro.
In Spider-Man 3,
bro.
we had Bryce Dallas Howard. In The Amazing Spider-Man, we had Emma Stone. Even though Emma Stone is a natural blonde, she is known for her red hair. And now Sadie Sink, who has very distinguishable red hair. Mayday Parker would have been sweet, and I'm still kind of holding out
for I think she's gonna be Mayday Parker
from a different universe and be the daughter of Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man. But again, considering the shift,
bro, honestly, when you think about it, she kind of looked like she could be Peter Parker and that MJ's daughter. You know what I'm saying? She got the hair of MJ. You know what I'm saying? And then you could be like, she kind of looked like Tobey a little. You could say that a little bit, bro. Just let her play Mayday, bro. You ain't even got to change nothing about her. There's less money y'all got to spend on makeup and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Because I'm pretty sure y'all, bro, less money on her too. If y'all make the actors spend money to do that, it's less money on her too, bro. Y'all ain't really got to change nothing about her, bro. She got the hair. She got the eyes and everything, bro. She really could play the daughter of both of them, bro.
And the overall story for Spider-Man Brand New Day, this does make the most sense. It is the most grounded story that they could go with as far as which character she's
But I guess they would have to bring Gwen in.
So it looks like we're going to have a pretty emotional opening scene here with Peter Parker.
She already got the blonde hair.
Then Spider-Man becomes your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man, stopping criminals locally, giving us a pretty grounded and street-level Spider-Man. Looks like he might go to college and meet a new love interest. Then things really start to go off the rails when the Punisher and the Hulk situation happens and he has to step in. They might introduce Gwen Stacy, but not perhaps Spider-Gwen right away. That might come later, but either way, I'm liking what we have so far if this is indeed what we can expect from Spider-Man Brand New Day.
Hey man, what y'all think, bro? I honestly think she gonna play Mayday Parker, bro. I just don't see them dyeing her hair blonde and cutting it short so she had a little bob, you know what I'm saying? The girl from Wednesday, bro, I'm going to put her picture up if I remember. The girl from Wednesday, she got short hair and is blonde. Bro, she could play Gwen. I heard that they've been thinking about casting her as playing Gwen. I think that's what should happen, bro. Because I want to see Mayday Parker come in here, bro. I want to see. Because Gwen could be. Did Gwen get bit by a spider? Because if she didn't, then I guess I'll be cool with it. Because I just really want to see a purebred Spider Woman, you know what I'm saying? Somebody who was born with powers. That's really what I want to see, bro. That's why I'm biased to her playing the daughter of Peter Parker, bro. Not gonna lie. But what do y'all think she should play? And if y'all think she should play Gwen, bro, who should play Mayday, bro? If y'all think she should play Gwen, who should play Mayday?